Hello everybody and welcome to this industrial design tutorial in which I'm going to show you how easy it is to recreate a replica of this Starship food robot delivery device beautifully sculpted in Shapr3D. At the beginning, we will take a look at the demo file, for example, the scan, reference, photos, and technical drawings to develop kind of like a good modeling strategy. I will run you through the whole process of creating all the individual sketches and then the individual modeling techniques to very easily create all these details like the lights, recessed parts, split materials, the wheels, and whatnot. And then at the end, when we're done, after we added all the materials, we are going to stage a scene. So we can explain visually through 3D modeling how this design could actually function. Yeah, look at this. That's actually really nice. Okay, and with all that said, let's do it. Okay, here we are. After you downloaded the demo file, download link is in the description of this video, you will see this. Let's take a look at it. You can see we have three different images. They show technical interior details, and this photo, for example, is quite nice to take a look at material finishes. This is white, black, this is glossy, this is a different material like this one. There are some interesting yellow details. Okay, very good. And then we also have for technical drawings put into the correct views. Those are very good to get a little bit of an understanding of where maybe material separation, hard lines would be. And we have our scan. The scan we're going to work with a lot. So before we get started, let's take a look at from the side. The vertical walls are nearly straight vertical. Here it bends down, here it arcs. This is nicely domed. Obviously we have 6 wheels. And then here from the front, this is domed and the sides go vertical down again. And oh, look at this. This is slightly arced. So this is actually quite useful. Plus we see here there are some cavities left and right. And there is somewhat a bridge or connector between these two back wheels. So with all that said, we're ready to start working. From the top, we also see this is all kind of like nice and vertical. So we can say we have a dome, we have a midsection, we have a bottom part, and then we have the wheels. Okay, very good. So top view back, let's go to sketch. Let's just make a sketch somewhere, then we exit, we go to transform, move, select this sketch, and then in this sketch, we just move up 19 inches. Very good. Let's go back into editing the sketch. And we will select the spline control version and kind of like follow the grid layout I have here. I know roughly already where to click based on experience. Next one here, I think there and there, there and there, and escape. The rectangle we don't need. Let's delete it. Then we go to the line command, and from the center we draw a horizontal and a vertical line. The midpoint right at Y and X we lock, select the two lines, horizontal, vertical, and then we can select individual points and make them symmetrical. You see how I'm kind of like doing this? And then we do the opposite to the other points. And the last one, and there. So with this, look what we have. I select one point and actually the other 4 points move with it. So this is a very easy way to perfect now our layout. what I do in the back also happens in the front, vice versa. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. It's not 100% hitting the scan. This is all good. The scan is only kind of like as a rough approximation of what we want to build. Now we said we have the dome, the midsection and the bottom. We can now extrude this one down, yeah, let's say 9 inches. That looks actually pretty solid. The bottom part we can see in the back actually arcs down, and then here it even arcs a little bit. So that means that is kind of like the sketch, but a little bit modified. So we make a copy, bring this one down. How far? I don't know. Let's take a look at the, whoa, that was perfect. The number I had hit it directly. You see, this is roughly where the end should be. Very good. Then to make things a little bit easier, I go to a side view. I draw actually these two lines snapping onto the intersection points with the body. And then I go to the spline and click and click and click and go back, maybe to here and escape. These I bring up a little bit there. And then I do the same here. Click, click. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 maybe. Escape. And then I push and pull and sculpt this a little bit to get something that follows kind of like that line. Yeah, maybe like this. The more we get actually the distance between these points even out, the smoother the transition. The reason why I made this sketch first is now I can go back to this sketch and you see actually where I have to push these points to. I will select all these points. Oh, yeah, I have to delete actually that vertical line. Push this back, let's say to there. And then here I only select the 3 front points, push this back maybe to there. Very good. Yeah. And then in the timeline, I need to see when did I do what. So this is the last sketch. Perfect. Click on this. And now here, these endpoints, I snap onto the intersection. Oh, delete this one. There. Very good. We created now actually a layout of this face to the sketch. We can loft using these two rails, 1 and 2. So this is 1 and 2. That's going to be G2. Yeah, beautiful. So now we have a nice loft. The sides go straight down. You see the back then is arced and also the front is slightly arced. Beautiful. Really nice. Okay. Next step, the dome. Let's make a sketch again. I'm going actually not turning those off, but I'm selecting these sketches, put them into one folder to simply sort my design a little bit. Then again, let's make a sketch, arc from there to that intersection point, 45°. That's good. Go to the front view, another sketch, same detail, and yeah, I can't snap to there. It's not a big problem. Make the arc a little bit bigger. From this intersection point, we go down and we go to this point here. Then we can select these two lines, say, hey, horizontal, vertical, And look at this. So this line snaps to this arc intersection, and we can say that point in this arc be coincident. Flop. And then this one we simply move up. Let's say to there. Cool. Let's hide the scan. What we did now is essentially have a front and a side view of how we want this dome to look. So from here, this is good. Then we can select this surface and that surface, do loft, and we go back to the loft, G2 for the first one only, because that's the first one we selected. This looks really nice. If we go to the side, yeah, that doesn't look so nice. We can select this body, double click, and yeah, actually, by the way, move this maybe to the side. I want to show you something. And if we move this to there, we actually can create some kind of interesting and funny interpretations. We can move this up. We can rotate this. No? That's like when you have fun. Okay, fun is over. So let's delete this one. But let's select this body one more time. And then we go to the scale uniform and we scale this one horizontally. So now you see this is going to start to match that arc. Here again, the scale has to go in front of the loft, and there it is. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, let's do a quick verification. We select both surfaces, appearance and zebra. Did we do, yeah, G2? That doesn't really look so super good. Let's go to the visu, and this material we change into a high glossy. Then we can just rotate our view. Okay, maybe change the environment. And I'm paying attention to this highlight. You can clearly see where actually this big elliptical thing is. So let's go back to modeling. What can we do to make this better? It's actually pretty easy. We go back to this sketch, and then this line we simply push up higher. There, maybe. Well, we can make this really tiny. You see now? That's like a tiny piece. The thing is now this is a much bigger transitional surface. But because we made this bigger, we don't really follow actually this arc as much. And one easy way to mitigate this is if we go to this loft command and then overwrite the weight. Oh, look at that, 1.5. That flows that way. What about here? Yeah, that was maybe a tick too much. What about 1.4? Yeah, there it overshoots. There's a tick below 1.5. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Let's go back to the visu. Ah, you see now we had very different highlights. This is a nice big surface. Okay, back to modeling. One more time, appearance and zebra. Yeah, that was nice. Okay, beautiful. Okay, problem solved. Goodie. Select the sketches and dump them into the sketch folder. And basically, we could say the domed part is done. So you saw it's not really that complicated to make a domed surface on a piece where you do not have a circular profile like a cylinder. Okay, good. What could be now the next logical element to design? To be honest, the wheels. We can, from the bottom, build everything slowly up. And then we do later the slicing that surfaces, for example. Or we go top down and build that stuff. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter because we have individual bodies. No, we can just think about the steps you want to take. So let's go actually with the wheels. Here's going, and we're going to make a sketch. I'm going to draw a line on the ground, horizontal, and then a circle. And somewhere here, maybe click that circle to this line should be tangent because now I can grow that circle to that line. That circle definitely will be 7 inches. That looks pretty close. Okay, very good. But now that's not really where that wheel is. So we will select the sketch, exit it, go to move from front view, and then bring this over 9.5 inches. Very good. I have here a leftover piece. That one I will delete. This is my original, or not my original, that's my moved sketch. There we are. And what I will do now is select that sketch and extrude it. Yeah, by how much? Let's say actually 1.5. Hmm. Yeah, 1.25. There we are. Good. And this cylinder, we can go linear pattern, go to a side view, and do a quick study where this could be 8.8, 8.75, 3 times. Yeah, okay, goody. So that is kind of done now. We, in the next step, can build the cavity that's being cut into the lower part. For that, we can make a new sketch. Let's hide our 3D model, also our wheels. Okay, new sketch. There we are. So looks like maybe roughly here, and then it goes down maybe to there and back and up. Very good. Now you see that here again in this sketch we will move, I would say 7.25 inches, and then extrude this one out a little bit. It's fine when if it's bigger. Hide the mesh, show the wheels, show the body. There we can see where that is. Okay, and from this one, we are going to remove. Okay, that looks good. We have to do the same on the opposite side. So after the extrusion, right click, insert breakpoint. This one, now we're going to mirror over. There we are. Then we can delete this here. Let's go edit tool and add this one to it. There we have this cut out. Beautiful. Okay, we can prototype this a little bit. This should be nice and round. Let's say 1 inch. The rest we can leave for the moment. That is fine. This corner is behind the wheel. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is cool. Okay. I know that based on the photo, whoop, there is something. And here we can see this nearly looks horizontal. This is higher. So there seems to be some sort of a swivel mechanism. So let's build something that is in a simplistic way speaking, representing that a little bit. Okay. So I will go to this view. We have these wheels. So the sketches here again. I will put into that folder. That sketch I cannot select. That's an artifact. So let's delete it. They're all cleaned up. Exit. And now I will select this wheel, go to sketch. And you see here I have the center points. That's kind of useful because now I could say 1, 2, and 3. And actually all these 3 should be equal. Let's make this one 2 inches, a little bit bigger. It's easier to work with. Very good. Okay. And now let's turn on from this view, section view. The rest now is gone. I will make somewhere here another circle. That circle 2 should be equal. Then line and line and click, line and line and click, line, click, line. These should be all tangent. There and there. Here this can't be. Then these lines will be equal. Oh, look at that. We are perfectly centering the design. And now I can move this one, for example, up and down. Look at how easily we prototype that mechanic. Section piece off. Sure. So there has to be an axis inside. I'm simply putting this to here. Let's say there, and then there will be a mechanical piece inside. Very good. So what can we do with this design? This pattern I will turn off. I will select then these sketch elements, extrude this, I don't know, well, let's say 1.125. I go to that circle and extrude it out into the piece, make union. Very good. But then I want to go back to the extrude command, click union with, and deselect the robot body. So now this is one piece. Cool. To finish the design a little bit, I can add fillet at the bottom. Sure, beautiful, kind of cool, no? Good. Let's put this one to there. There is that. Yeah, so here's an interesting piece of prototyping. This has to swivel. So I will double click to select it. Then I move my 3D widget onto that cylinder, and now I can rotate it. Yeah, that all works. Here it hits a little bit. So that means if I go back to the sketch, this one, maybe I move over a little bit. There, now you saw that. It's one more time. There and there. Yeah, okay, perfect. That should do it. Beautiful. Again, we are just prototyping things very quickly, and later we're going to add all the additional details. Cool. Nice. We have kind of like the axis for the back wheels. What about the front wheel? Now, how can we design this? If we go back to the photo and take a look at it, so there we see there's a little bit of a skirt that is under it. So this hard edge we're going to ignore a little bit. Here these pieces are, there's kind of like an edge here. So we can build something similar. Okay, So, let's go back to our sketches. Now, this is actually what we had. This is going to, that is the circle. So we are going to, let's say, design something like this. So roughly there. We have to be very careful that we are going to select hold on one second. Yeah. What is that sketch? That one I don't want to see. There. Thank you. Here. This I could push in. Let's take a look. Okay. Down. There we have this. We could round this. Oh, look at that. Now here we have already a nice detail, for example. Okay. Yeah. That could actually be it already. So, or if we want to have a bumper that goes around, and let's undo, undo, undo. We need to figure out now how can we from here to here, and then we build something that goes around. So that sketch I would like to mirror over to there. Okay. I have this in here, so I need to, in Shapr for the moment, turn it into a construction so I can later say you and you, for example, loft. Now, there you see that. Okay. Plus, I need another sketch that's right in the middle. So I go to a side view, make a new sketch, and then I will simply trace the same profile like this. There we are. And then 1, 2, and 3, and say loft. Okay, now there we can see what we have. Perfect. We can bring this a little bit back. There, see, now we have a little bit of a nice tiny bumper. When I select this edge and I round it, okay, beautiful, cool. If I select this edge and round it, yeah, there you see this rip flies beautifully around. Okay, that can actually work that way. Also the fillets I have there, I keep in place right now. The only thing that I will change is I would like the bottom here to be flush to there. So that surface to there, and replace face. There, brought this one up. Cool. The reason why I do this is these two bodies, I will at one point join. There you see now they have the same bottom, and then I can select this and fillet this as desired. Yeah, look how cool this actually flows around. Cool. Okay, very good. Since we are at this point doing the filleting, should we do this now? Yeah, we can. We are at the bottom part, so let's maybe work on that. We go with a chord length, so we have a nice even flow. That is good. I would like to select these edges here, and then we round those a little bit. That is good. Then what about these edges? A little bit there. What happens if we now select this one? It goes that way. Hold on. I will remove actually that fillet. I would like to see what happens when I fillet this. Yeah, That's actually a better strategy. So these two edges, we fill it a little bit. Also here to make this nice and even, switch this to a quartz 1.25. Yeah, that is fine. Very good. And uh, this, that's for us to decide how much we want to round it. I guess then the question that remains is, how do we round this one? This is at the bottom and fill it. Hold on, I should actually turn this one off. Yeah, here this might actually be getting a little bit complicated. So for our concept model, this edge down here we don't see as much. This one we will see from the front, so that we round. And the rest, to make our work a tick easier, we can just keep maybe here these two edges I select and round just a little bit. Okay, perfect. Yes, this here looks terrible, but if we turn on the wheels, we don't see it. Wah, wah. Okay, good. So essentially the lower section is more or less done. This is kind of good as a conceptual idea. The wheels look really sad, so let's make better wheels. We select the cylindrical shape of the front wheel. Then we go and add an axis, because now I can go construction plane, a long edge at an angle, select this one, say yes, select maybe this one, say yes and yes. Very good. And then we go to that construction plane, go to sketch. Oh, look at that. There's actually my wheel. And we can say click, 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 click. So many clicks. I know it will make sense in a second. Oof. So horizontal, vertical, then all those are horizontal, vertical. Okay. And then we say, hey, you2 equal u4 equal, and then those four also equal. Oh, look at that. We do have a symmetry. Kind of cool, no? Okay. Perfect. Now, with that done, we need to add one line in the center. And now we can actually go ahead and say all this stuff can go into the sketch folder. This linear pattern now we can delete, because we are rebuilding our wheel. And there we are. These outer edges we're going to round nicely. Say like this, nice and round. And then you and you oh no, not you. You, no, hey, I said you. Ugh, I made it one fillet there and there. That one we round. Here, this one I leave. There I do. I will actually in a moment explain why. Very good. So this is actually our new wheel. Then linear pattern, 3 pieces. That was 8.875, I think. Where's our first pattern? There, 8.75. 8.75. That is a very important to keep that the same. So actually that these cylinders here are perfectly on there. Cool. Okay, I realized I need to do one thing. So inside this sketch, that has to be 2 inches. 2 inches because that is 2 inch, that is 2 inch, and hey, here that arc is 2 inch too. Beautiful. So we can select then these two flat inner faces. That's the reason why I kept those not filleted. Go extrude and extrude them in. But hey, here, make it a new body. No, actually make, yeah, new body. That one and that one and that one. We can then, for example, join if we want to. Here's our other axis. Whoa, wrong command. We are just extruding this one. New body. And there. I overbuilt this a little bit because when we mirror this, it will be joined and be perfect. Okay. If we want to be a little bit super correct, we could select now these cylinders and make them actually a little bit smaller. There. Okay, beautiful. Cool. Now you see, it's not really that complicated. From here, I will remove this one later, but first I would like to style this piece a little bit. Let's make this nice and funky. So I will select this outer edge. We could round this or we could chamfer this. This is really up to you to decide. Maybe let's go with a chamfer. Then we can select that surface and extrude this one a little bit inwards. And then we are adding a draft. Sure, look at that. Ah, looks nice. And if we want, then these sharp edges, we could fill it again. Beautiful. There. That's a nice detail actually, instead of being just boringly flat. Cool. Okay. So, I would say the bottom part pretty much is done. So we could now select all the important elements. And there, and then go, actually, hold on. Yeah, I mean, these cylinders are just, they're all placeholders. So we don't have to union all that stuff. This is not like really a design that could be manufactured. This is really more a design to facilitate a discussion. Mirror over this one. Operation failed because roller would want. Okay, hold on. I'm not sure what the problem is. You, and you, and you. Let's see, where is that swivel piece? There. That goes in there. And then all that goes into this folder, because in this way you can very easily select everything and mirror one more time. There. Not sure what I was talking really about. Okay. These two pieces, and as you see, we're simply going to join. It's one piece. Then from this body, I would like this and this to be removed, but keep the tools. So we have actually these holes, because if we want to, we could go ahead and, nope, not this edge, but this edge, chamfer this a little bit, Looks kind of cool, actually. There we are. Can we push this down a tick? Yeah, I want to push this down a little bit, so I'm adding a little bit of flesh here. There. Okay, good. Very nice. And all this I put into this folder, that folder goes in here. This one I call wheels. So these are done. Cool. Okay, that sketch goes to there. And now let's we can either start slicing this up or actually build on the top part. Let's maybe do the top part. That's not too complicated. As we can see here, this has to go down a little bit. So what I mean with that is, and there's a little bit of an offset. So this is 9. Let's go this down to 8 inches. That maybe was too much. So 8.5, very good. And then this we extrude down 0.5. Cool. Very nice. And then you and you, we just join together. So these two bodies, that's actually our lid. Cool. Okay. Now, so very nice. There. And now let's go and start splitting and detailing our midsection. That's going to be pretty easy. Here we can go to the line command and we can go click, click, escape, click and escape. There's something down here, there, and maybe I think there too, there and escape. Go to the spline command. We do not want click, click, and click, click because that is G0, G1. That's a terrible transition. So we will go click, 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 and click, 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 and escape. So G0, G1, no, G2, G1, G0, G2, G1, G0. So nice and smooth. And then here, cling, 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 and down, cling, 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 and escape. This point here, bring over. There, look at that. Cool. We also have here that opening for that window. So, let's put this one in right away. I want to make sure that this is actually on it. It is. Very good. Beautiful. Now, I can exit the sketch. Then I go to Tool, Project. I will select all the sketch elements. And then I select these two bodies and click Done. And there we are. Cool, no? What's going on here? Did I really manage to draw this right where these pieces are? Yo, I did actually. Interesting. Okay. Let's scroll down, suppress this one, and you, we join together. I still have actually this line. That is not really ideal. I'm a little bit concerned about how this is going to there, and then we split this across that line. So what I will do is these points, I move up a little bit. There. So it's not on an edge. In general, that is just better practice. This boolean we put in front of the project, right click and unsuppress. Okay, cool. So what can we do now? Well, we can select this and push this inwards a little bit. Not too much. Let's actually go with 0.25. So we see this and we can select this one and go to, let's say 0.75. Okay, pretty nice stepping. And this will simply be a material change. That's going to be fine. Okay, we're going to simplify that design a little bit to squeeze this into the time we only have for this tutorial. Okay, let's go and refine everything a little bit. There are some not so pleasant looking lines. So these midlines I delete. Very good. What I can do now is I can select this one. Or it doesn't matter. I can select this one. And then we go chamfer, the to distance piece. Let's say to there a little bit. This is the first click and drag. And now comes the second click and drag. You see now how we can change that. Pretty nice. Yeah, look at this detail. Looks kind of cool, no? We then can select, so yeah, for example, this one, but here I just go with the standard chamfer. We break this up and till, so 0.5, for example. Now we filled that area. And here we do the same too. And push in 0.5. Cool. See this now? It's actually really quite nice. Wong wong. We could then select these edges and round them a little bit. I don't know, maybe this far. And at this point, maybe select this one and can we fill it that? What about we fill it? Nope. We just fill it all this a little bit. There. Let's see. Yeah. I think we need to have these edges slightly filleted too. Very good. And I think now that should work. Yeah, very gentle. Because it should be a really gentle fillet, we then go and set this to chord length. Maybe 0.04. There. Okay, now you see there's like a really nicely broken up edge. Okay, so this one we're going to hide. We need to add the lights and we also need to add here an handle piece. So let's do the handle piece and actually the compartment first. So I'm going to structure my flow nicer. Here is all the storage for the American fast food. We can bring, there we are, and then we need an opening for the hand. 5 inches for the hand, that is good. Let's go maybe with 7, it's easier to use. There we are. And this is like 4, if this is 4 inches, so this is at least like 2 inches. So how far this goes in. Oh, I was actually pretty close, so 2.5. Very good. We're just approximating stuff here. Then this sketch I will select and cut down, let's say by 1 inch. Then I can select this and bring this down, I don't know, 8 inches. There. The sketch can go, and now we can detail everything a little bit to make it look more meaningful. Yeah, we really thought about how stuff could look. Look at this. Everything has nice rounded edges. We can put the merchandise down there. Then we can do the same here too. Round this a little bit. 0.5. I mean, I really don't know. I'm just making up stuff here. There. Beautiful. Cool. Okay, now this is all just a suggestion. So this corner I rounded to because now I will select this and say 0.1. Okay. Here we still have a nice rounded corner that is good. Very nice. So 0.1, that was actually important to keep in mind because then I will go to here and say U and U and say 0.1. So it's the same value. Cool. Wow, look at this. Okay. We need front and backlights. Let's go to the backlights. Go to sketch. There we are. I will go to rectangle and I will add something here. 0.3, 3.4, and 3. Yeah, that is cool. Very good. This sketch I will move a little bit to, let's say to here. Okay, and I will keep this inside. I will show you in a second why. So this sketch I will isolate. Then I will make this extrusion really long. Okay, I know it looks funny. Then this body I will mirror over. And then I will say, hey, you and you. Replace face to that. There we are. Takes a moment to calculate. Thank you. And then we can select these faces. Look, these faces now have exactly the same profile. And we extrude them out by, let's say, 1.25 of an inch. No, that actually did not look that good because I realized, here we have a mistake. And I actually just made the same modeling mistake like I did in my test version. I keep this in there. So you see also I make mistakes. What I want is actually, I want this to nicely be offset from that surface. So this replace face we don't need. But what we will do now first is we will select these edges. Just the edges. There we are. Then let's round them nicely. Say like this. And these faces we will project onto that. And there. Cool. These two bodies we can say hasta la vista. And then these two pieces now we can select and offset by, what I say, 0.25. And now look at this. You see, this is all parallel. Why is this very useful? Because now I can select these edges and fillet them by 1.25 if I want to. Adds a really nice flush design. Beautiful. Cool. And that's going to be the backlight. How do we do the front light? We should take a look actually at our design, or I mean the reference objects. So the lights are kind of like down there. Now we can put them wherever we want. That's also sensors, etc. So there should be somewhere in here. Okay, we do this rectangular sketch one more time. say 2 inches by 1. Can play with the position, make this maybe nicely even centered. Very good. For visibility purpose, also here, that sketch, I move forward and then I will extrude this out. I will select the edges. Then I will round these edges. And you guessed it, I will mirror this body over. And then I am going to project that onto the body. And there we are. Nope, you are projecting. And then those we can push in. Here let's go 0.125. And what about which, can we fill it this? Maybe that photo is slightly in my way. Where's my robot? Hello, there we are. Okay, now what about the outside? Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Then let's actually make this one not so deep. 0.05. Very good. These pieces we don't need anymore. We can delete them. Yeah. Let's take a look at everything what we have. The sketches we can now put into the sketch folder. Very good. Let's show the wheels. There we are. This is our main. And there. Sure. Cool. Okay. What should we do now? I really don't like how round these wheels are. So let's go back to this value for the fillet, 0.3. Yeah, this looks a little bit less roundish. Okay, let's go to Viso. Let's add materials. So the whole thing is nice and white and black. So this glossy gray, we just make glossy white. Yeah, also here, honestly, I select everything and just say here, glossy white. There we are. Here, that is an light emission material. So we go to utility. There we are. That is for the back, so red. And then here, that is for the front. So let's maybe make this bluish. And in case somebody was a fan of Knight Rider or Battlestar Galactica, here we have our Cyclone or Kit light. There we are. Beautiful. Cool. Actually, the white is not the smartest idea. Let's go to a matte material and then we make this darker. I will show you why, because that piece I selected here plus I think that actually is white and glossy. There, okay, wow, look at this. Oh, that looks nice. Isn't actually the top white too? Let's see. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Double click that object, select all. There it is, white. Ah, yeah, that looks actually really, really nice. The wheels look a little bit silly because they're not a lot of plastic. They should be silicone. So here we add actually that silicone. No, actually, whoa, what I'm doing. It's getting late. The track area that we want to be off. a rubberized silicone-like material to have more grip. Because this thing has to go up some obstacles. Then there, we can make this and maybe change the color a little bit to create that separation. Beautiful, cool. I am selecting these rings and let's make that nice and green. There. Oh, look at this tiny, beautiful detail we did here. Oh, it looks really nice. And even that chamfer in the back, that looks really sweet. Cool. I need to see everything without that. If we want, we could also say okie dokie to make this area easier to understand and maybe also easier to clean. Glossy surfaces are finished. There, we make that one white. Cool. There we are. And this is actually most of the design. What's missing? Well, the antenna. How do we do the antenna? That one is going to be pretty easy. I have here this image. I can move this image down a little bit so I plus minus can see where that thing is. I will make a sketch and actually I just sketch this right over it here for the moment so I can use this slightly as a reference. That other image is in my way. There, very good. And yes, that sketch is totally not where it should be. It doesn't matter. I will show you how we can fix that later. And there to here to, yeah, let's say there and back and there. And then I will make this midline to there. And that midline to here will be perpendicular. And hey, you too, perpendicular. Whoa, no, what happened here? That's kind of crazy what happened. You lock. That's what it can sometimes happen when the sketch engine is confused. Or maybe I clicked the wrong constraint. Okay, it's a little bit thick, but that's fine. And I would like to add here a line, and this line should be parallel to that line. Cool. Okay. Now these points here are all locked, so let's turn that off. What's the radius? 2. Very good. Sweet. So let's exit the sketch. And that whole sketch now I will bring over. So it needs to be roughly there. And then I go to a side view and bring this to here. Okay. Sure. Then we do some revolves. And there's revolve number 1. And here is oh, these photos are sometimes in our way. We want to select something. There, and revolve. These two bodies I'm going to hide. You and you and you. Symmetry. Extrude. I don't really know how much yet, so maybe like this. And then I want to take a look at this. Oh, yeah. Not enough yet. 0.5. Yeah, that actually looks good. And then this one I can select that face, extrude, bring this back till it cuts into the body. Then we make this bigger and as a new body. Yeah, beautiful. Dirt. There we are. let's go back to the visu. We can add white material to that, white material to that. We can add a green material to that, or a light or whatever. Go back to here. The sketch can go to there. What is all this? That's actually the antenna. Very good. I will go to this view and say, hey, you and you, union. Then ours here, these two, you to you, union. And then from the right to the left, click, we go edges, and then maybe 0.1. Ooh, way too much. 0.025. No, maybe here, just those two. 0.2, 0.02. Okay, and then this one, we, oh, what about we chamfer this a little bit there? Cling, cling. And then we round this very gentle. That's too much. 0.2. Honestly, then I can just go back to this fillet. There's that fillet. Add it, and I just add this edge to it. Let's keep this nice and clean. And back, that should be chord length. Yeah, chord length actually made this really nice and consistent compared to how it was before. There we see that. Sweet. And actually, let's go to edit. We add those edges to there too. So in Visu, then we see there are some highlights. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. This can easily be a tick bigger. And I would say actually our robot is done there. That's actually how easy it was to build this robot. Now, to bring this exercise very quickly to an end and to also use 3D modeling, for example, here in Shapr3D, to storytell our design, we also want to create the stages how this robot could be used. So what does this mean? Here, check this out. So we go to a side view. I'm going to make a folder. All this goes in there, rename, and then we say robot. Then I will make a new sketch. I don't know how big actually this rectangle has to be. And this rectangle I will revolve. And then as material, give this here this matte marble. Okay. Could also be concrete. Then they will make this a tick bigger. And now I would like to have on the left side the robot driving off, and on the right side driving up. How can we do this? Well, easy. Now I make myself a copy. That copy I move over, let's say till there. Very good. And then I have to select kinda everything. So you and you plus antenna plus you, and you. Here comes now the funny trick again. The rotation widget we bring to the axis of our piece we designed. There we are. And then we bring this down. So that's 25. That is 20. Set 23. Whoa, look at that. Beautiful. And I just deleted the wheel because I wanted to see if this still works. Yeah, it does now. So let's undo. So 23 now. That's something we need to keep in mind. Then we can select our other robot here, make a copy, bring this back to, let's say, here. How do we do this? So there's actually a two-step process. What's the thickness? 5 inches. Okay. This has to go down by 5 inches. Okay. Yeah. And then we will select this and this and this plus U plus U and U. And we do, you guessed it, rotate this one up. But did we say 23 now? And show this. Close, close. Okay, flop. Let's go to here and maybe just 1 degree. Oh, this is good. Beautiful. Cool. I would say at this point that this is a little bit wide, so I think, well, nope, 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 nope. This can go back a little bit, maybe to here. Yeah, that is good. Go back down. There's our first motion, and look how we're moving that whole thing back. This is just beautiful. Thank you, Shapr. And now I need to find also here, and I bring that forward. Oh. um, that was interesting. So we have this and this. Okay, yeah, not a big deal. The last two here we delete. Then we are back. That is good. Yeah, now we set that whole thing goes down now 5 inches there, and then our base we height. All these bodies we select. Move this to there. And I think now this goes up, what was it? 23 now? 21, 22. Whoa. This needs to rotate more, just by one degree. And there. Should sit on the red line. There, beautiful. Oh, what happened here? I must have overlooked one piece. Edit. You belong to that too. There. Easy peasy. Okay, cool. Let's go to the visu. Wow, look at that. This actually looks really nice. Now we can see there the road comes up, there it goes down, but there's something missing, the creme de la creme. We're now going to select this one. We imagine somewhere here there's a hinge inside. but this is going to, no, not rotate that way. Maybe to here, maybe to there. So you see, I need to kind of like find the rotation point. Yeah, that's not 100% correct, but something like this. Cool. Okay. There we are. That's how easy it was to design such a beautifully sculpted representation of the Starship food robot delivery device. Perfect. That's it.